Hey, my tarot peoples. Must be Mercury retrograde because this is like my fourth or fifth time trying to start this video. It was too bright in one corner. It was I look like a ghost with pink hair. Um, Anyways, so I just wanted to start off with a little bit of uh, cleansing. Let's do some smudging and whatnot. Try not to burn myself. Let's see if we can make this video shorter. Yeah, good luck, right? I can talk and talk and talk. So, yeah, redid my hair color so it's nice and effervescent and, pissing off my bosses again. Shocking, shocking, I know. Rebellious me. Um, powers that be. Um, so, what I want to talk about today um, is values. And the fact that now that we're in the age of Aquarius and we are fully moving in, and we just had this wonderful lunar total eclipse, which I hope really was great for everybody. Um, we let go of a lot of things. And I know, personally, I let go of a lot of things. And I think that a lot of things are cyclical and patterns, and what we do and how we feel and think, and all contributes to this value system that we hold in our hearts and our minds. But the thing is, we are always comparing our value systems to other people's value systems, and then it makes us feel like we are inadequate, we're not to a place that we're supposed to be in life. We are, you know, we're all striving to be top dog or the most popular or the most coveted in a sense of like what we're doing. Someone else's idea of what they wanted to spend their money and time and energy towards could be different than another person's. And in light, that doesn't make one better than the other, honestly. It makes them equal because each person is gaining value from those that time and energy that they contribute, and they're both happy with the outcome, hopefully at least. Um, I think the true measure um, of what what life is and what's good is what makes you happiest and where your joy comes from, and not allowing that joy to be derived from other people's values and other people, because we tend a lot of times to put our security and happiness in others when in fact we we don't normally keep people around in our lives for the longevity of it. We have our family, yes, but um, parents, family members, they will pass on. They will move on to the next realm. And so they do not stay with us for the whole of our lifetime. Friends, friends will come, and some will stay for a while, and some will leave. Um, and it's really about having that inner um, acceptance and happiness of who you are and your and where you're going and what you value in life, and not allowing the other people to set those expectations of value for you that will leave you with the greatest amount of happiness and satisfaction in your life. And I think that it's really important to remember that when things happen that are not ideal, um, when we get rejected by, a job, or when we get rejected by a partner, or when we get rejected by a social group, or when we are, not able to, we're rejected by an establishment. Rejection is probably the cruelest and harshest form of um, society shaping mechanism that we have out there. It's the people saying, no, we don't want you, you're not good enough. But having that intrinsic value in yourself can circumnavigate that whole system. I mean, maybe one business, one thing doesn't want you, but that doesn't mean that nobody wants you or you are not valuable. And then when we can grab on to our inner intrinsic value, we can rule. I mean, that is the true power. That is the true clenching of everything. And from the outside perspective, people may look at you and think that you are unhinged or crazy, because they're not used to the idea of um, someone being satisfied within, because for years and years it's been this outside um, acceptance, this outside understanding of ourselves that we were supposed to have, and a moderation from the outside of who are you and who are you supposed to be. I think this revelation of self and of transition into this new era, yes, we will always have those people outwardly trying to get us to conform to what they wish, how they want us to be, how they want us to act. But we have choices. We have our own choice within that says, sorry, no. Sorry, not sorry. No. Like I had in my other video. The power of no. The power of your opinion doesn't matter to me. You, in your status over here, the way that you think that you are, does not compute in my existence to the same status. Now, trying to convince other people of your own ideals and status, that's a different story, because you cannot truly influence somebody's opinion of you. I mean, you can become their friend, you can contribute things to the world that people admire, and so then they hold you in high esteem, but there will always be the outside opinion that will never fully be congruent with who you are. And they always say that the greatest artists and the greatest creators are completely just unsatisfied with their own work and their own contributions. And I understand that insecurity will cause people to propel forward and to work continually to try to make that. And that is a great thing. But in the end, it leaves an emptiness. And what fills that emptiness? Accolades, recognition, maybe, but love. Love fills that. And we're always searching for that universal, true core of love. And we always look for it in places that it doesn't exist, because we've been told that that is where it should exist, or that is where we should seek it. But that is a misdirection. That is a lie. That is where we have been directed as a bait and switch. go seek it here because you will not find it, and we can just keep you reaching for what you think and where you think it could be. All right, so let's pull some cards. I just wanted to kind of go on that. I've had a lot of personal disappointments in my life, and that's okay, because that's what life is. Life is a succession of lessons, understanding who you are and how strong you actually are, to be able to understand the misdirection, understand where you were searching in the wrong direction, and go forward and correct your path without feeling like you've wasted your time. Because nothing is ever truly a waste of time. There's always something to be gained. Life is constantly changing, yet at its core it remains the same. Love does not change, it only grows stronger. Change is simply love unfolding its never-ending story. We get that one a lot. I mean, it's true. It's something to be understood, and I think maybe it comes up because, and it's in there probably multiple times, because it needs to be continually put in our heads that it's always changing, that we're always changing, and that we hold on so tightly to things from our past perspectives because that is what we know, and we cling to what we know rather than explore the unknown, because the unknown is really scary. It's really scary, but it's also exciting because it's something completely new that can be created. It's like this block of clay that can be molded and put into a new sculpture that has never happened before. You know, people may say it's ugly or that it's not art, but art is subjective. So, your spiritual awareness is growing, and so too is your sexuality. Sensuality is heightened, and this has a magical effect on the one you love. A sacred union is reborn. Love is in the present moment. A loving thought triggers a loving response. Your love is felt and appreciated. An angel surrounds you. A sacred union is born, the union of twin souls with a threefold flame. From a physical perspective, some relationships may seem less than perfect, yet from a higher perspective, all relationships are sacred, for they each help us to grow in love and wisdom. Love is the expression of God. God is flowing through you. Love is a sacred union, a great creative power which, through merging of two souls, becomes an exploration of the divine. There we go. Love. Love is when you are accepting of who you are and what you have been created to be in this existence. When we reject ourselves, we reject the power that we hold, because when we try to be like other people, when we try to emulate a system that doesn't work for us, because the only system that works for us is truly who we are and what we are, then we will be unhappy, because we're rejecting love, we're rejecting power, we're rejecting our own inner self, and that creates this broken shift in us that we carry around. We carry around a brokenness. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty good Tuesday. I'm not going to lie. Get some pretty good love cards. And I think that embracing that love within is going to make everything a lot better flowing in life. These cards are really hard to shuffle. They're really slippery. They're cool. They're really cool, and I'm so glad that they were given to me. And it's really funny how things I've lost a couple decks, and I don't think they were meant for me. Alright. Hopefully I don't come up too ghastly on this video. From where I'm sitting, I look like completely pale. Oh my gosh. I knew this was gonna come up. This has been coming up. um, Fortitude or strength. The Princess of Cups in reverse. So we have Fortitude upright. We have the Princess of Cups reversed. The Tower reversed. And the Emperor upright. So it's all about having that inner strength, that inner, that ability to sit through a conversation or sit through a interaction or sit through a meeting or taking things in stride where we're not getting the results or we're not feeling like we're getting exactly what we need, and just being able to tame that like inner wildness that like can flare up and just, you know, just go crazy. And that's like the animal nature within, the beast within. We are able to it's the daughter of the flaming sword. We're able to take our, you know, our stirrings within and control that when it comes to things that we don't necessarily feel are just or good or right. And it's a success. It's honestly a success. And then we have the Princess of Cups in reverse. And that's always talking about like inner pinings and inner feelings and needs and wants and sometimes like creativity that is misdirected or misguided or not fully able to come to potential. And this in reverse next to the strength, I think we're able to take those failures or those misdirected emotions, and we're able to keep a hold on it and make it not so tragedy to ourselves, because we have the tower next to it, and the tower is things kind of falling apart that once were, we thought were stable, we thought were on solid foundation, but actually were not. I mean, it never really was. It was pretend, it was, you know, the idea maybe of it, but it wasn't quite actually that. And then we have the Emperor. Son of the morning. The the ruler of all the elements that are the swords, the cups, the pentacles, all of those, the wands. Don't forget the wands. He looks over all of it, and he is able to, um, he's able to see everything with a calm, cool, keen eye, and leave emotions outside, out of the door, and not feel like he is swayed one way or another by them. So I believe that our um, our understanding of ourself and our world may shift dramatically tomorrow. There may be a, you know, gigantic um, change that we maybe had been hoping for or we thought would never happen, but actually is starting to come to fruition, and we have that inner beast and an inner strength to um, go forward and control the falling pieces that we are seeing happen. And honestly, I think this Princess of Cups is actually talking about the fact that we aren't letting our emotions um, take the best of us, and we are able to, we have the strength and the emperor, so we are able to put aside our emotions and not let them sidetrack us. Let's check on the. Ooh, haha. And we have the Empress and the punctuation. So yes, we are able to create things. We are able to um, feel like we have um, sway and understanding and fruitfulness. Now it's next to the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Two of Wands upright. So perhaps there is something that we have tried to create in ourselves, for ourselves, and maybe it was not quite moving forward, but now seems to be in full swing with the Tower, and then we also have the Wheel. Um, and then the Two of Wands. So we're moving forward. So maybe there was something, and the Ace of Wands reversed can also be very a very sexual and creative force. Upright, it can be just kind of any action that's taken, but in reverse, it can be. It also can be something very a confused action. So maybe we were trying to go forth in one direction or another, and we weren't quite really certain where we wanted to go. But we're moving forward anyways. And sometimes we have to move forward regardless of knowing exactly where we're going. But we have the Empress here. We have the Empress and the Emperor both upright. And that is a great thing to have because um, she is the daughter of the Almighty One. She is the creator. She is God. Emperor thinks he's God, but he's just he's actually, I would say he's probably more Satan. Did I just say that? This is all in like religious terms. Christianity, from what we've been taught for years. She's the one, the mother, the the fertile womb, the thing that all life sprouts from. He's the one who's kind of directing things one way or another in a more strict fashion. And if you think about life and how we used to think like, oh, the devil is like he's he's making us, have to do things because of these bounds that are set. Well, the only bounds that are ever really set are the ones that we place on ourselves. And if you can break through those mental blocks, and you can, I'm not saying that the emperor is the devil, but loosely thought of, where we have some restrictions. There's you can't keep producing things and producing things and producing things, um, because then there's too many. There's like too many children, or too many things produced in a factory, and then there's excess. There's so there has to be restrictions and bounds, and restrictions and bounds can seem like they are keeping us confined and pulled in and uncomfortable. But I honestly think that there's going to be a lot of action forward. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of fruitfulness forward. And that is going to be a really great thing. Because even though we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed here, it is always talking about movement and fortuity and new things coming in that are going to allow us to level up, in for lack of a better term. So it looks like we are going to have a very powerful day tomorrow, and I wish you luck, and I wish you peace, and I wish you the strength that you know you have inside of you, and I, uh, bye.